Hello everyone, and I hope that you are doing well today. I'm Leroy, and today I will be doing a monthly oracle reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of September 2021. For this reading, I'll be using the Heart of Fairy Oracle, which is an honest and grounded deck to look at your opportunities for self-growth as you progress throughout the month. This reading is applicable to those with Gemini, those with Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising, and I hope you benefit from these messages I share. Now let's go ahead and get into the reading. This is going to be for Gemini and opportunities for self-improvement throughout September 2021. I'll be pulling 2 cards for each week of the month, and I'll be pulling 1 additional overall energy card. All right. Put those down there. All right. This is for Gemini 2021. Gemini self-growth September 2021. Gemini self-growth. Gemini. Okay. How many cards is that? It's too many cards. Alright. Gemini self-growth September 2021. Gemini self-growth September 2021. Alright. That works. So, Gemini, how are you? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer is the overall energy of the month, an additional message for the month, if you will. So the Sorcerer is a card that says that when you need help, you need to not be afraid to ask for it. You know, you can do a lot more with other people's help. You might think you can manage just fine working on your own towards something or in regards to a certain situation, but you can make a lot more progress, or things can be a lot easier if you employ the help of another person, if you implore someone else for help. However, the additional meaning of the card is that be wary of who you ask for help. Some people aren't exactly trustworthy, or they're the kind of people that will help you, but they'll hold it over you, and you don't want to deal with that. So it's just saying to use discernment with who you ask for help, exercise caution, and rely on your intuition to know whether or not you should ask for help. And if you do decide that you might need a helping hand, just be selective of who you choose to assist you with whatever you need assistance with for the month of September, or during the month of September for you, Gemini. So the first week of the month, we have the Dreaming and the Queen of Laughter. So the Dreaming is a card of, giving your dreams a place within your imagination. It's a card of daring to dream. Dreaming doesn't hurt anybody, so go ahead and be a dreamer. This is a card of, that kind of inspiration, that creative spark, which is a very beautiful thing to have. So the dreamer is telling you that it's okay to have to let yourself go and to dream a little bit in this first week of the month. It's all about creative thoughts. And, you have permission to be a dreamer, so dream. Paired with the Queen of Laughter is it's a card that is about discarding seriousness for enjoyment, discarding seriousness for fun. And when I see these two together, she's saying pass the joy, spread it around, have fun. But the Queen of Laughter is also a card of taking action. So I'm seeing that, you might have dreams, you might have kind of goals or aspirations that you're thinking about in this first week, Gemini. And I think that, you don't maybe are not considering acting on them, but I'm thinking that maybe you should. Maybe you're feeling like, from a serious point of view, these dreams aren't worth, following. But this card is saying have fun, have fun in that week. Follow through on your dreams a little bit, tap into your dreams, explore them a little bit, have fun, take some actions towards them. Discard the seriousness and just enjoy life a little bit at this time. This first week should be really fun, and don't spend it being so serious. Get out of your mind a little bit and just, explore that creative spark that you are feeling in regards to these aspirations and dreams you're having. It's all about lightness in this first week. Find, your dream, tap into that joy, and spread it around even with others in this first week. This first week, it's all about lightness. So discard the seriousness and, explore your dreams a little bit. The second week for Gemini, we have the Fairy of Youth and the Question. So the Fairy of Youth is a card of youthfulness. It's a card of youthful perspective, and the Question is a card of really questioning your motives. It's a card of questioning all the actions you're taking and asking yourself, like, what is my goal with all these things I'm doing? What is the purpose behind what I'm doing? It's about asking questions and getting answers. It's about questioning the actions you're taking, because you might need to reassess your priorities. And this card is asking you to do just that. And I think that, paired with the Fairy of Youth, it's asking you that, but not necessarily in like a negative way. The Fairy of Youth is all about a sense of childlike wonder and tapping into that inner enthusiasm that you have for life and for the things that bring you enjoyment. It's all about having positive expectations and approaching things with a childlike viewpoint of limitless potential, of like limitless ability. It's all about having a youthful perspective. So maybe if you tap into this perception of anything being possible, then you might change the things you're working towards, because maybe you're working towards things that you feel like you can achieve, and there may be other things that you really wish you could achieve, but you feel like it's not possible, or it's outside of your realm of achievement. And the Fairy of Youth is saying, her message to you is, anything is possible. Like, don't limit yourself. The sky is the limit. And when you put limitations on what you can achieve, on what you're capable of achieving, you're putting a ceiling to how far you can progress. You're putting a ceiling on how high up you can go. Why would you choose to impose limitations on yourself when you're capable of so much more? So in the second week, maybe reassess your priorities and maybe start considering taking actions towards aspirations or dreams that you may have felt were a little bit out of your reach before. It's all about enthusiasm, having positive expectations, and, taking the right actions, because you don't have to do it all overnight. So in the third week for Gemini, we have the Queen of Bedlam and the Queen of Night. Now, the Queen of Bedlam is a card of being very frustrated with day-to-day responsibilities and chores. You do the same things every day, and you feel like you're going mad. You feel like you're going crazy with, the tediousness and the humdrum of daily responsibilities, daily chores, daily obligations, and you need a break in that. The Queen of the Night is a card of inspiration, feeling inspired to have a lover, inspired to create art. It's a card of wanting to follow inspiration with action, but potentially stopping yourself from doing so because you are worried about a negative outcome. Will this end well? What if what I do isn't well received? What if it doesn't go the way I planned it to? What if something goes wrong? Like negative, doubtful thoughts that stop you from taking action in the first place. And again, these aren't things that are set in stone. These are more just worries and anxieties you have in regards to following through on certain inspirations with action. Paired with the Queen of Bedlam, I'm sensing that in this third week for you, Gemini, you might be feeling a little tired of the everyday hustle. You might be feeling worn out and wore out from just your daily life. It could just be getting really old or feeling very tiresome at this point. I feel like you're not getting enough stimulation. Maybe you're not having enough of a variety in your day-to-day. and you're feeling a little bit, frustrated with, the boringness of daily life and the daily responsibilities that you have to take care of. And I'm sensing that in this third week, you're going to be hit with a little bit of inspiration, maybe to work on a project, to meet somebody, and whatever this may be, you might want to work towards it, but you're also going to feel a little bit of doubts about what it is about it following through this creative inspiration with action. So in the third week, you're going to be faced with a choice. Do you want to interrupt the humdrum tediousness of daily life with doing something creative or with meeting a new person? Or will you allow your worries and your doubts about acting on this thing to stop you from, making a change to the daily schedule, you could say? So you'll be faced with a choice in this third week, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy or anything major or life-altering, but there will be a choice here, and, it's going to be up to you, of course, free will and all, whether or not you want to act on these creative impulses, or if you want to, stay in your comfort zone and not take a risk. However, I'm sure that a lot of these kinds of impulses, they don't have a real negative consequence. It's just more like your own self-doubts getting in the way of you just doing something that would bring you enjoyment. So that's what I'm getting for the third week for Gemini. The final week of September for you, Gemini, we have the Fairy of Growth and we have the Gift. The Fairy of Growth is a very powerful card. The Fairy of Growth is a card of, obviously, of growth, of self-growth, of self-exploration, of moving past something, of learning. Your life is changing, and you are the one who is at the helm. You're the one who can direct this change for the good. And if you feel stagnant, then you need to take a step forward and initiate change on your own. It's kind of like the Queen of Bedlam there. If you're feeling stuck in life, stuck in a rut, feeling a little bit stagnant, or like you're not progressing, you can't sit around waiting for people to make changes for you. Take initiative in this last week. Take a step forward and start to initiate changes on your own. Be the director of your life, not just a bystander within it. Because this last week is very potent, it's full of potential energies of growth and of, progression for yourself. It's all about taking new steps forward. It's all about forward momentum, forward movement. Life is constantly changing, and this week I feel like you're blooming, and you need to take advantage of that. Take advantage of this new blooming energy that's surrounding you, because you really are growing, and you want to be the one who's in control of all the growth and the changes that you're making here. Now, this card is powerful by itself, but it's paired here with the Gift, and this is a beautiful pairing for the end of the month. The Gift is all about acknowledging the journey you've taken, acknowledging all the lessons you've learned up until this point, and all the wisdom that you've gained. It's a card of recognizing this wisdom, recognizing it gracefully and carrying it with you as you move forward in life. Like you're sitting there, you're ready to bloom, you're blossoming, you're growing, and you're thinking back on all of the things you've gone through, all the experiences you've had, all the opportunities for self-growth that you've dealt with, and all the ways you've grown and changed up until this point. And now, you've integrated that wisdom, and now you're ready to grow and change again. You're ready to level up. You're ready to change into a nicer, more upgraded version of yourself, to a more advanced version of yourself. And you're taking all this wisdom you've learned with you forward in life. The end of the month is very profound for you, Gemini. You're really growing a lot this month, and this last week is really amazing. You are being presented with opportunities for self-growth throughout the month, of course. You're being presented with opportunities to, be a little bit lighter and easier with yourself and discard seriousness and just dream a little bit. You're being challenged with the opportunity to, let go of self-imposed limitations and just go at the aspirations you have with childlike exuberance. You're being faced with whether or not you want to get out of your comfort zone and break up the humdrum of day-to-day life. And you're faced with, not faced, but you're being given an opportunity for self-growth. And this last week, you're being presented with a chance to take advantage of that and really blossom into a wonderful new you, really. The overall energy of the month, again, is the Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer is all about asking for help. Sometimes you can find help in the most unlikely of places, from the most unlikely of people, and you can make some big changes and all you have to do is ask for help, ask for assistance, for direction, for advice, and as always, use caution and discernment with asking for help. Not everybody has your best interest in mind. That's the sad fact of reality. And some people you would do better not to ask for help from, but I feel, how to make the right choices here. This is a really great month for you, Gemini. So those are the messages I received for you for the month of September 2021. If you found value or enjoyment in this reading, then subscribe for more content like this in the future. Drop a like if you'd be so kind. And as always, Gemini, thank you so much for watching. Take care.